earlier this year and later last year, your interest was more on Vasily Lomachenko. Is that a fight that you're still trying to pursue? And if so, would you first fight Errol Spence at 147 and then go back down to 130 or 135 to fight Lomachenko, or how would you go on about that one?
You got to be realistic, and I don't think I never heard Bob Arum mention my name along Lomachenko. Like I said, that's a person that might be getting in the middle and between things. I would love to fight Lomachenko. I'm sure he would love to fight me too. He mentioned before the fight against Linares that he felt that, a fight with me or Linares, he wants big fights. But after the fight, I heard Bob completely just mention other names. Bob isn't really interested maybe in fighting me. Maybe he's got other plans for Lomachenko. So that makes it a little more difficult to make. So why chase a name that's not very highly likely to get done? So I rather look at options that are more accessible and more reachable.
Though Lomachenko did look great against Linares and he beat him with that body shot, we kind of did see a limit as far as how much he can go up in weight. I think he did show some flaws for the first time that people saw since the Salido fight. Does that make you feel like a little bit more motivated to yourself and a little bit more confident that you can beat him after that Linares fight?
I've always been confident that I can beat him. I don't see what everybody else sees. When you put him against less quality opponents, he outclasses them. Fighting guys that are from a smaller weight division or guys that were just contenders, never elite champions, never experienced champions like Linares, he outshines. He fought Linares, who's a very good fighter, a great champion, experienced champion. He made it a little more difficult, a little more challenging for Lomachenko. However, Lomachenko did overcome the knockdown. He did make the adjustments necessary, and he did win his fight very, very nicely with that body shot, and made the adjustments and just took over the fight. But you did see some signs, not because he's not good, but because now he's fighting top contender, top champion like Linares. But I've always felt the same way. I have never felt that he was what people make him out to be. He just looks great against other opponents that are not at his level. Linares was a guy that he has the experience, he's got reach, he's got boxing skills, he's got size advantage over Lomachenko, and Lomachenko still outboxed him, still beat him, right? So, that proved that he's a great champion. Linares fought his fight, he tried, and Lomachenko still overcame all that and proved that he is a great champion. But people might misunderstand that, saying, oh, there's flaws. Not flaws, it's just you're fighting top quality opponents now. You're not going to look as great fighting Linares as you did fighting Mariaga or Sosa or other guys, But I've always felt that. People just seem to not see that.
For Linares was also a name of interest a couple months ago. Would you like to try, give him a chance to try to get your titles as well?
He fought very well. He had the fight was pretty even early on, and he was actually in the fight still up until maybe a round or two before the stoppage. So he was still in the fight. He had the knockdown. It's not as exciting anymore for me as it was before. I really wanted to get his fight. He chose Lomachenko. He said it himself. He felt that my fight was more of a challenge, more of a risk than Lomachenko. He felt Lomachenko might be a easier fight for him than a fight with me, so he opted to go with Lomachenko. He lost, so now it's not as exciting for me. But can he get a shot? Sure. Does he deserve a shot? He's a world champion, 3-division world champion, 2-division lightweight champion, so why not? But it's not as exciting for me at the moment. There's other fights that excite me the more.